And those are fireworks, in case you didn't get it, because it is New Year's Eve, baby. And I got my video camera that we've had for like 5 years working. So I'm like super happy, and you know, tomorrow's a new year, new day, new everything, and I'm just really excited. So because of that, I decided that I would create a book tag because, you know, why not? And so this is it. Question 1. First book read in 2014. And the first book I read this year was The Art of Losing by Rebecca Connell. And it's a hardback. It's just got like a nice little cover. And it was a little bit twisted, this book, if I'm being honest. It's about this girl, and I can't really explain it without doing a spoiler, so I just won't do a spoiler. It was a good book, but a little weird. But yeah, that was the first book I read. The next question is the last book that I read in 2014, or that you read if you're doing this tag. It was Cracked by Claire Strahan. And it's pretty much about this girl who's 15 in Australia. Her name's Clover, and pretty much her life goes to the and she just complains a lot. And like, it was a really good book. I really enjoyed it. A lot of stuff that like her opinions I did not agree with, but it was an interesting read. Question 3 is books you read more than once. And I only read one book more than once this year, and that was The Goddess Test by Amy Carter. And I really enjoyed this book. It was a really quick and easy read, and that's why I read it again, because I read it in January and then I got the rest of the series like in April or something, so I just decided to read it again. And it's based on Greek mythology, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I read that twice. Question 4 is the author I read most of. And it was kind of a mix-up between a few different authors, but I chose the author that I read the most standalone novels for. Yeah? And that is Sarah Dessen. I have 2 of her books here, Lock and Key and Just Listen. I also read The Moon and More, What Happened to Goodbye, and Along for the Ride. And I just adore Sarah Dessen. She's probably my favourite standalone novel author, so that fits really well. Question 5 is best cover, and I chose Amanda Hocking's Switched. Not only this book, but the whole trilogy is just amazing. Like, look at that. Isn't that just hauntingly beautiful? Oh, I just love it. It's so pretty. And it was a really good series as well, so, you know, that was a bonus. Question number 6 is the worst 5 books I read this year. And they were I Came to Say Goodbye by Carolyn Overton. And this isn't a terrible book, if I'm being real, but what the blurb says on the back and what the book actually is are totally different. And that really irritated me the whole way through, and I finished it just feeling so deflated and disappointed because I just felt like my whole life was a lie. So yeah, that gets added to the pile. The next one was Love is a 4-Letter Word by Claire Carmen. And this book was boring as bat poo. I don't have anything really nice to say about it. I didn't want to finish it. I like literally put it back in my bookshelf, and then I went and got it out because I'm a little tad OCD. But yeah, it was just boring. The next book I have on the list is An Open Swimmer by Tim Winton. And this was an audiobook that I didn't finish because it was so boring. And it was Australian, same as I Came to Say Goodbye, which I normally love in books. But it was just about these guys who were fishing, and they found this guy who murdered his wife, and it's just... The next one was Ingo by Helen Dunmore, which is like it's kind of mermaidy twist, but it's written for 12-year-olds. And then the other one is A Year Without Autumn by Liz Kessler. And again, it was a bit boring and sad. But like, I feel bad because I'm judging it because these books are like for little kids. And I was like, oh, mermaids, yay! And nah, they just weren't very good. But like, for an appropriate age group, I'm sure they're fantastic. Question number 7 is the best 5 books I read in 2014. And let me rave. The first one I picked is The Deep End of the Ocean by Jacqueline Mitchell. And this book is amazing. It is just... I don't even have words. That's how good this book is. Like, are you feeling me? It's just like all of the books I'm about to tell you, just go put them on your TBR pile, okay? No questions asked, just do it. The second book, I'm sure you'll all agree, City of Heavenly Fire. I have waited so long for this book. I got into the Mortal Instruments when I think City of Ashes was out, so that's the second book. And so it's like been a long time coming, and this book did not disappoint. Like, I'll be like, just reading, and then I'll be like, like that just happened, and I would literally have to take like 10-minute breaks. I know that you guys are all going out with sympathy with me. Gosh, this doesn't make sense. It's late. Anyway, this book. I'm running out of room. The next book I have is the Ashes trilogy by Ayla J. Bick. I don't know why I just checked, because I know this book. I love this book. It's so good. It's like zombie apocalypse, but better. The next one is a good one. The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. I got this for my birthday this year, and it's like, this book will be a classic. I know it. I have predicted it, okay? When it happens in like 100 years, well, you know. The last book I have, oh wait, no, I forgot one more. There's one I don't have. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have named 4. I'm losing it, alright? Someone call someone. It's not good. It is Dreams of Darkness and Light by Karen Stockwell. And I won this book on Goodreads, and oh my goodness, like, this book will change your life. I actually got to do an interview with Karen, and I'm going to do a book review and post the interview up on BookTube very, very soon, so stay tuned for that. But this book, man, I'm different. You feeling me? And then question number 8, which is the last question, is what book did you want to read in 2014 but just did not get around to? And my dear friends, it is the Morganville, I think that's what they're called, series. And the first book is The Glass House by Rachel Kane. And I won the entire series, which pretty much consists of 16 books. And I was like, I'm going to read them over the summer, which is like Christmas for us in Australia. And I just didn't, because I had so many books to read. But this is like on my very soon to read 2015 pile. Okay? You got that? Right. So who I tag? If you don't want to do this, that's fine. If you do want and I don't tag you, just do it. Okay. So I tag Irish Reader, Sparks Reading, Read Like Wildfire, I can't read my own writing, Squidgen Books, and Clocks and Books. And yeah, that is it. I hope you have an incredible New Year's Eve. If you're doing anything interesting. If you're not like me, if you're just crashing with the book, that's awesome. Stay cool and have an amazing 2015. I can't say it enough. You guys rule, and that's all I have to say about that.